So you've been curious to learn more about Skyjems and me, David Sod? Well, I actually set up an interview with a friend and fantastic writer and journalist, my friend Jesse here, and we're going to do this in a little bit of an interview format for you. We hope we keep it interesting enough, and thank you all so much for watching.
Hey Dave, thanks for taking the time to meet with me today. Have a few questions for you. Maybe we could just start by you telling us about the business itself and how your family got started with gems.
Well, it's a little bit of a long, interesting story. Maybe not that interesting, but I'm the third generation in my family that's dealing with gems and jewelry. My grandfather in Lebanon was dealing mostly just in gold jewelry, things like bangles, gold coins, basically heavy gold, things that were often used in, bridal, bridal gifts and whatnot. And then my grandfather actually died when my father and my uncle were quite young. So there was actually a bit of a break in the family business there. Then my uncle went to Brazil, told my father, Eddie, come to Brazil. I've met up with some people that our dad was doing business with, and they're doing a lot of gems here, so you should come to Brazil, and we'll work together and whatnot. And my dad said, that sounds fantastic. On the way to Brazil, he wanted to stop here in Canada, and just absolutely fell in love with the country, and as well as my mother, and kind of classic love story, and just called my uncle and said, sorry Ramez, I'm staying in Canada. And that's why he was here. So after he stayed a while here, one of the things he needed to do to be able to stay in Canada was prove that he was gainfully employed. So he actually didn't get into gems and jewelry for a few years because he needed to get his citizenship and start a business and whatnot. So then in 1967, my dad opened up his own company and started to import gems from Brazil into Canada. And that, quickly opened up to other, bringing gems in from other countries. He, went all over the world, Brazil and Colombia, all over South America, went to Africa, went to India, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and kind of opened up those networks for both him and then later myself, as well as my uncle who was in Brazil at the time.